Meryl Streep responds to Rose McGowan after actress slams her over Harvey Weinstein protest. Oscar winner Meryl Streep has responded to Rose McGowan after the actress attacked her on social media. Last week Rose took a swipe at the star and other female actresses planning to wear back to the Golden Globes award ceremony in January as part of a silent protest. Rose, who has become a leading feminist voice on Twitter after being named in a New York Times expose as one of the women who settled sexual harassment suits with Harvey Weinstein, said that the actress's silence is part of the problem. Rose, 44, specifically called out Meryl, who she said had happily worked for the pig monster. She fumed on Twitter, "Actresses, like Meryl Streep, who happily worked for the pig monster, are wearing black Golden Globes in a silent protest. Your silence is the problem. You'll accept a fake award breathlessly and affect no real change. I despise your hypocrisy." She went on to sarcastically suggest they should dress in Marchesa, Harvey Weinstein's wife's clothing brand. Meryl has now responded to Rose's comments via her publicist. In a statement given to Huffington Post on Monday, she reiterated that she didn't know about Weinstein's behavior and was hoping that Rose would call her after she supplied her with her home phone number as soon as she caught wind of her comments. Georgina Chapman owns the Marchesa brand. The full statement. It hurt to be attacked by Rose McGowan and banner headlines this weekend, but I want to let her know I did not know about Weinstein's crimes, not in the 90s when he attacked her, or through subsequent decades when he proceeded to attack others. I wasn't deliberately silent. I didn't know. I don't tacitly approve of rape. I didn't know. I don't like young women being assaulted. I didn't know this was happening. I don't know where Harvey lives, nor has he ever been to my home. I have never in my life been invited to his hotel room. I have been to his office once, for a meeting with Craven for Music of the Heart in 1998. It was reported that a number of female stars would wear black to the Golden Globes as part of a silent protest. HW distributed movies I made with other people. HW was not a filmmaker, he was often the producer, primarily a marketer of films made by other people, some of them great, some not great. But not every actor, actress, and director who made films that HW distributed knew he abused women, or that he raped Rose in the 90s, other women before and others after, until they told us. We did not know that women's silence was purchased by him and his enablers. HW needed us not to know this, because our association with him bought him credibility, an ability to lure young, aspiring women into circumstances where they would be hurt. He needed me much more than I needed him, and he made sure I didn't know. Apparently he hired ex-Mossad operators to protect this information from becoming public. Rose and the scores of other victims of these powerful, moneyed, ruthless men face an adversary for whom winning, at any and all costs, is the only acceptable outcome. The disgraced movie mogul. That's why a legal defense fund for victims is currently being assembled, to which hundreds of good-hearted people in our business will contribute, to bring down the bastards, and help victims fight this scourge within. Rose assumed and broadcast something untrue about me, and I wanted to let her know the truth. Through friends who know her, I got my home phone number to her the minute I read the headlines. I sat by that phone all day yesterday and this morning, hoping to express both my deep respect for her and others' bravery in exposing the monsters among us, and my sympathy for the untold, ongoing pain she suffers. No one can bring back what entitled bosses like Bill Lawley, Roger Ailes, and HW took from the women who endured attacks on their bodies and their ability to make a living. And I hoped that she would give me a hearing. She did not, but I hope she reads this. I am truly sorry she sees me as an adversary, because we are both, together with all the women in our business, standing in defiance of the same implacable foe, a status quo that wants so badly to return to the bad old days. The old ways where women were used, abused and refused entry into the decision-making, top levels of the industry. Those rooms must be disinfected, and integrated, before anything even begins to change. The actress previously spoke out against the shamed movie mogul, saying that the women who have spoken out against him are heroes. The disgraceful news about Harvey Weinstein has appalled those of us whose work he championed, and those whose good and worthy causes he supported. The intrepid women who raised their voices to expose this abuse are our heroes, she said in a statement. One thing can be clarified. Not everybody knew. Harvey supported the work fiercely, was exasperating but respectful with me in our working relationship, and with many others with whom he worked professionally. I didn't know about these other offenses. I did not know about his financial settlements with actresses and colleagues. I did not know about his having meetings in his hotel room, his bathroom, or other inappropriate, coercive acts. And if everybody knew, I don't believe that all the investigative reporters in the entertainment and the hard news media would have neglected for decades to write about it. The statement went on, the behavior is inexcusable, but the abuse of power familiar. Each brave voice that is raised, heard and credited by our watchdog media will ultimately change the game.